one day visiting one of East Africa's largest hospitals. I was being toured around the hospital by an obstetrician. When we walked in, we met up with a gentleman who was standing outside the labor ward. He had been standing there, it was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon when we arrived. He had been standing there since 6 o'clock the previous night and thought his wife was in the labor room. Nobody knew where his wife was. So with this obstetrician, we began searching the hospital, looking for her. 40 minutes later, we found his wife. She was in labor. She needed an emergency C-section. And the hospital had stopped doing emergency cesareans because they had run out of water and they had run out of clean linen. And so I asked the obstetrician, what would have happened to this woman had we not come upon her? And she said her uterus likely would have ruptured and she would have died, and her baby would have died. The greatest need for mothers in Africa is just that people would care, that people would value their lives and say, your life matters, and we're going to do something about it.
300, 400 deliveries a month?
Save the Mothers is making a difference in the lives of women in East Africa because they are training cultural leaders. Those leaders, once they're trained, they form advisory teams that go into the local health facilities and work to improve the standards and quality of care for the women. So whether it's things like getting screens on the windows so that women don't get malaria when they go in to deliver, whether it's bringing in running water into a hospital so that the nurses can wash their hands in between procedures. Those are all things that our advisory teams are doing. It's easy to think that you write a check, you send your money, and it goes off into some void. And what difference is it really making? But it is making a difference. I've been there and I've seen the difference that it can make. And when you think about the possibility of making a difference in not only the lives of those children, but of an entire community, it's a way of showing we care. And it's a way of making our lives count and genuinely make a difference.